Going to the VOD review of this game. Obviously, with the draft, we got Trundle top versus Orin, Kirov on Kha'Zix versus Olaf, Vygar versus Kiana, Aphelios versus Cass, and Blitzcrank versus the Braum. We'll go to directed camera.
30 seconds.
Burn a flash, get a kill here. That flash by Berta was boosted. The Aphelios flash was not super great. But that's alright.
Minions have spawned.
So fine start. Starting bot lane is fine. So top lane you take a little bit too much trade early on. You get chunked super hard. You have to know that he is going to be stronger than you until at least level 3. Until you at least have your W and all 3 abilities, honestly. He can just have trade you, and that's what happens really. So you kind of get shoved around a little bit, fall behind in CS. Good trade, worth it. Boosted hooks. If I remember right, I don't have a lot to say in the early game. The early game wasn't, there was nothing huge. Like, this was really, really well played, except for the juke. I remember that. He got juked so hard there. So again, this juke was actually pretty nasty by the Kiana. Really well played. Oh, that was nice. So here, one thing you could do, so you push the wave, you BM a little bit, which is great. Right? Oh, he didn't get the wave crash, that sucks. So even though the wave's kind of frozen right here, so you're in a rough spot just standing here on Aphelios. This is a good roam, but you guys could roam in here and kind of go in and look to take their Gromp and stuff like that. Especially with him right here, you could totally use. I think that's one thing that's really key in competitive play that you'll see, is the synergy between support and bot lane and jungle rather. And I think this is a really good opportunity. Good job coming over, hitting the blast cone, protecting him while he's getting scuttle. But you guys could have invaded and then retreated back to scuttle, or got scuttle and then invaded, which you guys I don't think you did. Yeah, and you kind of just chill. Wave's kind of frozen in a rough spot. Oh, he takes 2 tower shots, so unlucky for him. Good little gank. Nothing in the early game that's too like bad or good or anything like that. Like there's some little things here and there, such as invading. I think it's just synergy with the team. Good hook. Yeah, you need to be careful face taking all that, Berta. So when you trade, make sure like make your trades a little bit shorter. Scan through it. You guys do a good job securing the dragon. Good job burning another flash. That was really good by Berta. Use the little snare. So here top lane, you take a fight. So the reason this is a bad fight to take is one, you get chunked out and you try and turn it with your ult. And you almost win. You actually like start to come in, like you get him fairly low. But you had gotten chunked too much, and the thing is with top lane is that's a situation where you don't want to fight. So look at the wave state. Let's look at 2 things. So you fight with a wave, should just right here. You should back off, let it, and freeze it right here. You should not be out here. You're out here for some reason. One, your team just got to kill bot lane and is gonna secure dragon. You don't know where the Olaf is. Olaf didn't come into this fight, but he was top side, so this is already a bad fight to take. Um, because of where your team is, not because like, oh, you can't 1v1 him, because if he hadn't chunked you, you absolutely could 1v1 him. But the situation here is your team is taking dragon, so why, there's no need to fight and risk anything. Right now, it's I chill. I need to sit back, let this wave push into me, or I can. I think you were in a really good state to freeze the wave, actually, instead of like being way out here. If it'll rewind it, like you like for some reason just face tank the wave here. Yeah, he carries it, and right here you kind of face take the wave instead of just backing off, letting it push. And then, like I said, if you let it get to about right here, it puts him in a really rough spot where you can kill him 1v1. He's not gonna just chunk you out because you were tanking the wave and then he hit pretty much his entire combo on you. Yeah, I would. Yeah. So, and then, like I said, the other reason not to fight there is because dragon is being secured in the bot lane. No reason to fight. When objectives are being taken across, across the map from you, there's no reason to fight unless you are specifically trying to stop their teleport. And even then, I won't fight. I'll just sit there. Like if I were on Trundle, I wouldn't fight. I would sit back and keep him in vision, so then I can pillar him whenever he started to try and TP. You know in this case that he does not have TP. You saw him TP earlier, so there's absolutely zero reason to be fighting there. There's no reason to take that fight. And yeah, you get ahead if you kill him, but you lost a wave and a half, including a cannon. Good flash. You just gotta be careful. This was one. If the Kiana was better, she would have killed you. So right here, she should have ulted right there. Like while you're holding, like, I don't think she knows that. If she just ults that while you're standing right here, it comes across and she can one combo you and kill you. So I think if the count is better there, she easily kills you. So you just gotta be careful playing around terrain, because, and remember that, like, I'll use ults all the time. Yeah, it's great if you can like combo your ult directly into them, but you don't need to do that to get the damage. You can just throw it into the terrain, and so knowing where the terrain is really important against Kiana. And like I said, she should have been able to kill you there. She should have killed you when you were standing right here next to the terrain, right after you dropped your E down. Good. That's a really good secure of the rift. I know you were low. I would recommend staying, like, when your team's taking objective. It's kind of scary to just leave them. You want to kind of stay mid to be able to help. I know you're lit, but Vigar's kind of nice. You don't have to get close to him in fights. But yeah. I think you get a kill here, or do you barely? You flash. That's right. No reason to flash here. There's no reason to flash. I know you're trying to dodge the ult to get your combo, but if you hold your flash, you get knocked up, but here's why there's no reason to flash. Let's look at the position of the fight. Everything's good, you're 1v1ing him, 1v1ing him. Alright, let's look right here. Where, after he sees you, where can he run? He's going back into your tower. So he can't, if he was over here, maybe, because he could flash away and create distance. Because you're in between him and his tower, and him and his man, even if he sees you, you are still going to be able to kill him. You are still going to be able to, like, he can flash away, whatever. The only way he can flash away is theoretically up here, which is creating even more distance from his man, and then you can flash and kill him. But trying to flash and dodge this ult when he's this low and the position of you on the map, like, where's he gonna run? Where can he flash? He can't. I mean, there's no way for him to run. Even if he hits you with the not CC and flashes away, there's no way he can go where you can't kill him still. So I think that was a really poor flash, quite honestly. If you would have held on to the flash, and because of it, you then put this, you literally changed, you put him in the spot he needs to be. You went from having him, let's pause it. You went from having him, or you be in between the tower and his escape route, to because you flashed and then he knocked it up, to now he has an escape route when he didn't before. And so that's just knowing where you are in the terrain. It was just not a needed flash. And like, if you were like, and the thing is if it was like, the only time you've really flashed the ult is if it's like, oh crap, if I don't get a kill in the next 2 seconds, I'm gonna die. And so then, yeah, you would have reason to flash the ult. You were like full health. He was like 30 health. He was, 2 or 3 autos away, I guess 30, so like 100 something, 30. 2 or 3 autos away from being killed. So if you do that, you get the kill. Literally, if you just don't flash, you get the kill. You can't play when you're, so actually I gotta look at this timer. Why is he running? You guys need to communicate this. Berta should back off. I also don't think you should go quite yet. I think you should clear at least the not casters, the melee creeps. And then you can move over here to ward. Plus you see him mid. So that's another reason. So he's not here. So that's a whole thing. Map awareness. You see him here. So you actually don't have to ward currently or get rid of this ward it's not immediate. I have to do this right now. So a lot of times, for an example, when I'm top lane, if I'm top lane and I have one ward in my pocket, and I see the jungler show bot, the enemy jungler show bot, I will not ward for 45 seconds. Obviously, there are some junglers where you need to change that, but roughly 45 seconds, and then after about 45 seconds to a minute, I'll throw my ward down, because I know he was just bot side, and he's not going to roam. Obviously, that can change based on the mid laner, the state of mid lane, if they have a really hard roaming mid lane, but watching where they are on the map, you can time when to put your wards down, and then you don't have any periods where you're without wards, if that makes sense. Anyways, so I don't think you necessarily needed to. I get why you're doing it. Obviously, vision is important, and you're trying to control it. I just think the timing of it is poor. You should have helped Berta push this wave. Spencer should have helped Berta push this wave into the tower, and then you guys can go together and get wards and clear vision and do those different things. But because you leave him, and you're not super far away. So it wasn't optimal. You leaving the lane while it's in this state is not the most optimal time to leave to ward, especially with Olaf showing mid. That being said, if you were in a situation like this where it was optimal, Berta he shouldn't be this close to the wave. He should not be within engage range, especially on an immobile carry. So because you're on an immobile carry, you need to create distance and space yourself in between them where they cannot get you. And literally, you walk up, get one auto, there's no creeps that you're killing here. The only time you should walk up this close is, theoretically, is if you're trying to kill a minion. And even then, sometimes it's worth it because you don't die, to just give up the minion. Anyways, so you move up, get all in. They realize it, and it's not very much, but with how squishy you are, and with their engage, and they even communicate that really poorly. They could all end and then you go back to it. So that's the thing, is you guys got out of it, and then you literally moved right back into it. Why did you move back into it? where you're clearing the vision with the wave in this state. I just kind of screwed Bird out here. And you try and save him, but such is life. So it's just when, so, and really what it comes down to is when to clear vision is the most important part. And you have to you want to push the wave in and put it in a spot where it's not frozen, where your ADC can't get all in. And this is just in a spot with, especially with their comp or their bot lane, they can just all in you. That being said, we'll look at top or the mid really quick. I think you guys do a really good job here. Yeah, you throw down and you one shot her. She trap her, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want to do with Veigar. That's why I think Veigar is really strong right now. It's just that baby cage against a lot of. There are some champions like Ezreal, for example, is obviously does very well into Veigar because he can blink out of it. Echo, to an extent, can do pretty decent. But there are ones that I think like just don't do good into it, and like you can, and Kiana's one of them. Yes, Kiana can get a lead and snowball off of Veigar, but if Veigar's really smart, he just outscales and just turns into this zone control monster. You think a lot of the current meta support champions, Leona, Nautilus, Thresh, those type of champions. If you have a Veigar mid lane, once you get to the teamfight section of the game, he completely negates them. Just completely makes it so they can't engage. Even Olaf. So right now, like, so say you guys are in a fight right here. So say you're going for dragon. You're trying to secure dragon. Especially on blue side, Veigar is really good. You're controlling dragon, and their team is trying to funnel right here. You have Olaf walking here. You drop the Veigar cage right here, and he ults through it. The rest of his team's like, bro, we're stuck back here, and you're up here. And you just created a 2.5 seconds where he is completely split off from your team, and you can kill him. And so that's why one of the reasons I think Veigar is just super strong right now is for these objective controls. I think Orianna's good. I think there are other zone control mages like that. Orianna, Zoe's obviously super good, and with her trouble bubble, she can zone or control some of those areas. But I think Veigar's the best one currently. That's just my personal opinion. That is backed by some data. By some analysts, of like professional analysts, like one analyst who really thinks Veigar is good is LS. I actually don't like LS very much, but I happen to agree with him in this situation, and I think he has very good game knowledge. But that's why, is because the zone. But Victor's another really good one. I think Victor's underrated actually in the current meta because of that same zone control. I think he's not as good as Veigar because like his is good, but not as good. But still. Alright. Random thing. You guys get first turret. I don't know if you know this. This is just a little fact. This has nothing to do with this way. I think this is the right call to summon this. Did you know that I think if it's at right here, so 2 1/4, so 2 1/4 bars left, Rift will one-shot tower. So anytime, so that's what you want to watch for, is the best time to summon Rift to make sure, to guarantee you get tower, first tower, all the plates, all the things, is when it is at about 2.5 or lower. Just a random thing. Yeah, so it's about 2, you can see. It was about 2, I think it's 2 total is what it is, but, and after you take 2 plates, so if you take 2 plates, damage on a tower, armor on a tower increases significantly. So if you take 2 plates in a really short span, the armor will increase. So what you want to do with Rift, if you can get away with it, is you want to take two plates, and then the armor goes, and then you drop Rift, because it gives you a true damage of, like I said, it's like 2.15 or something like that, worth of tower. So that's how you want to do it. Is you want to take 2 plates usually, and then drop your Rift. You don't want to immediately drop Rift. Like obviously there's certain situations where it's better, or it's good too, and things like that. But the most optimal is right after you've taken 2 plates is to drop tower and finish off 2 more plates with true damage to turrets. Just get caught out there. Gotta be careful. Just work on your. Again, this was. You're not super familiar with positioning, but let's go back one more. Okay, that's how you do it. I don't think you needed a flash there. Great. Right here. Ooh. That happens. That's unlucky. So that was a good hook. The reason that's bad in this situation is Cassiopeia has ult. If she gets close to Aphelios, she just insta-kills him, like obviously happens. What does that sound? The other reason is because you have no more minions. And so that hook shouldn't have happened that late. Unlucky that Dragon was coming up right then. A Vigar getting cut out here was really bad also, on top of that. Let's look at the... So right here... So this is just a situational thing. Okay, let's pause. So your bot laners just died. They had to burn flash. You know they have priority here. They're here. You don't see Olaf, but you know she's right here because she just killed minions. Walking in here with 0 vision, with your jungler way back here, your ADC dead, and him backing, is a death sentence. You are, like, if you get caught by somebody, you're dead. So, like, right here, the only thing you could do is drop a ward exactly where you're standing and immediately leave. You you shouldn't even have been right there. You should have. I don't know if you have a ward up, but you should have dropped, instead of dropping it right here, you should have dropped the ward right here and said, "Peace, yo, I'm out." But because you chill here, you just kind of throw yourself into a rough spot, get caught out. Unfortunately, Olaf is able to run you down because you're by yourself, and that's all she wrote for you in that situation. So just positioning. There's a couple times with dragons and things like that. I think you get cut out for one other one on Vigar, and so just making sure you're positioning properly before the dragon fight. And when you're securing vision, you don't want to go by yourself, you want to go with a team. I think you get the ore in here? Alright, Berta. Your support is roaming. This is good. You're staying back here. This is good. This is good. This is not good. This is really not good. You should be underneath your tower. Then, right here, you should not fight this way. You should be using, like, the reason you don't want to be standing right in this area, because it gives Braum a free ultimate where he can pretty much, even if you flash this, he's still probably going to hit you if he positions it right. Honestly, the best position he could have done is to overshoot it right here. So if you did flash, you got hit by it, but it traps you right here. Anyways, you need to be farther back. You need to be playing in a safe spot where you can't get caught. The other option here too, since there's towers taken, since there's all those different things, is to rotate to mid. So you rotate over to mid where it's safer, you can retreat to your allies a little bit safer, and you guys just give up bot lane turret. And you threaten a push. Because if you threaten a push, so say Aphelios comes mid, instead of being bot lane, Aphelios rotates over to mid. He can threaten pushing here, he pushes the wave in, rotates immediately up top. You guys are pushing this wave in, you're threatening a tier 2 turret while they are sitting on this tier 1 turret. And they don't with a Braum and a cast, they are not exactly going to push fast. So it just gives you a good opportunity to threaten, and I don't think you would have lost the turret if you would have done it. You also wouldn't have died. So I think positioning wasn't great in that case, but I also think you could have, instead of staying bot lane, you could have rotated over with your team and pressured objectives. Yeah, see how long it takes him to take freaking turret? Yeah, great job there. You force Olaf ult. You get a kill here. That was really good. That combo. I just think that combo is really, really good. Anyone with CC, Thresh, Blitz, not with Vigar is really strong. Good job securing. The rift, got turret, backs off, everything's going right. Alright. What are you doing here? What are you doing? You're dancing. Are you dancing there? Let's look at that. Look at this troll. Ha, get it. Let's look at it. It's coming. And then he dies. Alright. You know what would have saved you here? If you had proper vision. One thing you hadn't done is, in this game, so we're 16 minutes in, and you have placed exactly 4 wards, and you have 1 in your inventory. Buy more pink wards. So, 1. Top lane, you need to buy more pink wards. And I think everybody does. You guys all do okay. When you hit level 9, you need to switch to blue trinket. You have sweeper. You have sweeper. Try and pick up more pink wards. Same here. Anyways, you should be controlling your vision here. While this is great that you're taking it, yes, you want to counter jungle for your team. Right here, why you have no vision of an enemy jungler, you have vision of their bot laner. Do you have vision of their support? You do have vision, so you have vision of 3 people on the map. You are missing 2 people. You have no idea where they are, and one's right here. And you stay for the semi-mini golems. Terrible play. Right here, you should say, hey, let's look at the map. People are missing. Alright. I'm going to back off here. I'm going to rotate over to here. I'm going to come this way. I'm going to drop a ward right here. It can be in this bush. It could be in this bush right here in the corner. It could even be, if it's a control ward, I'd recommend right here or right here. You could go right here, though in this situation, I probably wouldn't put it right there. Right here's another good spot. So anyways, but based on where you are, you could put, if you had a control ward, you don't, put it right here or right here. You don't have a control ward. You could take a ward and you could literally just put it smack down in the middle so you can see this entire camp. I'd probably put it right here personally, but right here is good too. It's whatever. You'll see everything. It doesn't matter. And if you had done that, one, you would have seen her coming, so you would have backed off. You could have dropped a ward right here, and then potentially every time you could split push and steal camps and do all the things and have vision of pretty much everything that's going on because you have a ward right here that sees, what is that, 3 different pathways? Yeah, 3 different pathways. So yeah, it's just controlling. You need to be better when you are split pushing, when you're on someone like Trundle, especially in team play. When your job is, hey, I'm a split pusher, you need to have vision control. It is incredibly important. And so, especially since you had one in inventory, I do think you still, like I said, pink wards are important. I don't think you bought any this game. Maybe you bought 1 or 2, but you need to buy more pink wards. But you should have a vision controlling somewhere in this area so you can see people pathing. Because if you had vision right there, like if you had vision right there, you would have already seen her. You would have seen her at this point, you could have dipped. But yeah, you should have rotated and started getting vision, especially once he started showing like this. When he started pressuring you, you don't know where people are. You need to place vision somewhere that can protect you. And like I said, the spots are right here. Potentially, if you have enough wards, I would say primary spot, this is the most important. Secondary, and then third. Those would be the 3 spots. If I'm split pushing, I want to get a ward here. Sorry, like this area, like one of these 2 bushes, or right here. Ward right here if I can, and a ward right here. Because you will see everybody coming from every angle. So if someone comes this way, wraps around, boom, right here, they get right here, that you see them. They come this way, boom, you see them. If you don't have a ward here, boom, you see them right here. If they're coming this way, boom, you see them. If they come, the only way they can do it is if they come all the way around up this way. And you can usually tell that someone's doing that because of how your laner will position. And that's, again, map awareness. That's one where a person's like, oh, hey, they've been gone for 25 seconds. I bet you they're just looping around this crazy freaking spot and coming up here. That being said, at gold, low plat, elo, you'll never see, or rarely will you see somebody who thinks about, oh, hey, he has a ward right here. He might have a ward right here. He might have a ward right here. If I wrap all the way around this way, I can get him. So yeah. Anyways, what I'm saying, moral of the story, you have vision, the proper vision, you don't die here. Also, another thing. Okay. Flashing in a straight line will not create enough distance between yourself and other people, especially when there's no terrain in the way. The optimal play is to run right. So instead of flashing, and given, you might have died, but your highest chance of survivability is to come against this wall and make this flash from right here to right here. I still think you probably would have died because of Kiana. If Kiana positioned her ult properly, like she hit this terrain, which sucks for her. But if she positions her ult properly, you're still dead. But that would have been your best chance for survivability. Berta, what are you doing? Let's ping that. If I could ping, that was what we call interesting. Yeah, Berta, you can't face check like that, especially when you know enemies are there. No matter how healthy you feel like you're getting. Alright, this play confused me. I don't know what the communication was. Why are you not pushing? So your job in this situation, so right here, you have TP, they have TP, but their laner shows. And so you as a team have to make a decision. It's right now, it's 1-1, it's the first Cloud Drake. Do you feel this is an important Drake? Is this like a Drake we have to have right now? In my opinion, no, you do not. That being said, in-game moments, depending on how things are going, if you feel like you need it, you can make that call. If that is the call, you need a TP down, like right now. If the call is to give it up, which I think the call was because you guys give it up, this wave, you should be split pushing and you should get this tower. You need to. The idea is, if they group 5 for this objective, and you are 4 and your top lane or whoever it is, whether it be mid, top, ADC, usually your ADC wouldn't be there unless I have teleport. Sometimes ADCs do take teleport, and then they'd be fine to do that in this case instance. But if that's the trade, if you guys decide, okay, we're trading, you need to trade for something. And the trade here is to push towers, make them miss experience, and start taking this tower down. If say and then so right here, so you waste some time, you kind of back off, you kind of are jumping around, you finally go back to it, and then I think you TP super late. So right there you TP. The TP is fine. That TP is fine. Probably better TP or a better TP. If someone could have got vision right here, that would have been a really good TP. The TP is fine. You guys made the play. This wave would have already been at the turret though if you had made that decision earlier to push the wave. You might not have gotten the turret all the way, but you would have had the wave in a better position is all. And you would have gotten at least some damage on the turret. And then you guys end up getting some kills. So yeah, I don't think that was the best TP you could have done, but not the worst. I think you guys get a couple kills. This is a weird ult. No reason to ult there. But yeah, so that's it. I think you just got to manage your waves a little bit more decisively in that case. And that is not a top lane thing. That is a team decision. Are we giving this up? Are we not giving this up? What are we doing in this instance? And you have to make a decision as a team. I think it changes frequently. I think that at this point in the game, and it's Cloud, not a super important trade. You guys could have traded. I probably wouldn't have. I would have said, all right, you guys back off, get Prio mid, top lane, just get turret. Like, you probably could have just done that and traded for pure gold. You got kills, so it didn't matter. This was good. Good. I think this is where your weird Baron dance starts, and you get like 7 kills. So right here, it calls to start Baron. This is a good call. Start Baron. You're doing everything right. Everything's good. Everything's good. Getting kills, you're doing all the stuff. Alright. I even think one more you can do. So right here, you're fine, you're fine. Here you need to start being careful. Knowing your ADC is pretty lit. You get a kill here, great. Dude, this fight went on so long. That was such a bad ult. Alright, right here. Oops. Right here. No reason to start up Baron again. I think you guys start off Baron again. I don't think you trade any kills. It scared the living Jesus out of me though. Yeah, you start up Baron. Yeah, let's look at your gold. You don't have an ADC. Trundle has 2k gold. Veigar is backing with 2k gold. Kha'Zix has 1.5k gold, and the only one that doesn't really have a ton of gold is him, but that's because he just backed. Yeah, you guys should not be doing this. And I think you back off. Thank goodness. I would have. Okay, he stays, but yeah, you guys you have to back off, and that's a good call to just back off. What he's doing, I'm not 100% sure. Again, just back off. You guys have a lot of gold, you're low, not a lot of mana, all the stuff. I like that you're looking for hooks all the time, but you need to think about your team's situation. I think if you hook there, you likely just die. Your team's trying to back, no mana, all the different stuff. Anyways. So wave state's really freaking good for you guys actually right now with Dragon coming out. Top lane is pushing, bot lane is pushing. Really easy. Great job, you're doing good. I would be a little bit more cautious with these in these type of fights, but that's alright. Good job turning on him and killing him. Usually you actually want to, if you can, you actually want to throw your super soaker, what's it called? GLP first and then throw your stun down. Not throw your stun down, then throw your GLP, it's the opposite. That was a really good Veigar cage. You guys keep pushing. And you turn on Baron. Good call on Baron. Oh, and it gets smited away. Unlucky. Communicate damage. You just gotta communicate your damage a little bit better. Say, okay, I'm gonna burst it right now. This Braum got caught out so much, I felt like. Trundle is doing his job. This is perfect. Can't. You're walking too close, Berta. You guys get a kill. I think you get a kill here, but you died too. Yeah. So you got a split pusher top, and he's doing really, really well. Instead, you don't really want to be fighting there. You want to be playing back and just wave clearing and using Vigar snare to zone them from being able to get turrets while he split pushes and let him do his thing. So I don't think you guys should have been fighting here at all. You guys kind of Berta got caught out, which led to it, but you guys should have just disengaged. You get an inhib, which is good. You kill him. Back out. Good. Yeah, here's another one. This one is, why are you here? That was the one where I was like, alright, you have no vision of them. It's completely dark, and you walk in as a Vigar with a Kiana, a Braum, and an Olaf on the enemy team, and a Cass even. Just walk into him. You're screwed going here. He should be walking with you and in front of you. It should be, he should be by, like, yeah, it should be support. You need to be walking as a team, not as individuals. Oh. Someone get on. It's not like somebody messaged me. Alright, whatever. Fortunately, they get dragon for it. Nothing you guys can do. You kind of get caught in a weird spot. No reason to be there. Great. You guys kill him? That was good. You last for forever, so it ends up being really, really good because you just last for forever. But still a weird spot to be caught in. You ulted the wrong person. Should have ulted Cass. But it works out. Now you guys just shove. Turret, rotate over to your left, get turret. Do you guys reset here? I actually don't think you needed to reset there, but better safe than sorry. Do you force a Baron fight? Okay. Why? You have double super minions pushing in all lanes. And you start Baron now. If you're, I get that maybe you're trying to force a fight, whatever. No reason to. You guys should dance around Baron, play around it, maybe act like you're going to start it, and then don't. Until the waves are right here. Once the waves hit in their base, they have to, especially like double supers, single super, but has doubles right here, double supers. Boom, they hit the base. They have to send Cass back at least. Cass with Ornn probably. So then all of a sudden it's just a 3v5 on Baron. So that's you need to use, it's a wave control, and you're not even controlling the waves. It's using your pushing waves to make the enemy team have to react to those, and then you can secure the objective. And that's a lot of times what you do when there's an inhibitor or 2 or 3 down, is instead of immediately starting it, you say, all right, wait for the minions to get to base, or wait for the minions to do this, or wait for somebody to show on those minions and be clearing it, and then we'll start. Because then you get the disadvantages or the advantages, all the different things. So I think you guys, it works. You get a great hook here, but there was zero reason to start it. See what I mean? If you guys would have waited a little bit longer, like your minions literally ended the game. If If you would have waited a little bit longer, it would have just ended the game for you. Like, you guys didn't have to do anything. Oh, man. Alright, but if you have any questions, that's the game review, the VOD review. If you do have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. But that was just, I kind of went over, just really brushed through some stuff, but so there is some more in-depth stuff I could go into, but it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired. So I'm going to go to bed. But like I said, if you have